What's good, guys? This is CG Ruthless Sports. I'll be brutally honest, and nothing but being brutally honest. Coming with ya with a live stream. Okay, let's do the final mock draft, and I'll give you my thoughts on what's gonna happen. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about what's gonna happen, but let's just get to those final mock drafts, and I'll tell you why I think differently of this than the previous years. I think differently, so we shall see. We shall see what direction we go to. Because this will determine Shanahan's future. He's got to get this pick right. So yeah, I've been kind of sleeping, thinking like, hopefully we get this shit right and get it together, or this is it for Shanahan. That's what I think. So let's get to the final of the mock draft. Giants better take a receiver, or I'm gonna punch a hole in my wall. Damn, I feel you. Well, what's up, Matt Navarro? All right, let's. All right, final mock draft. I'm just thinking maybe we do get Trey Lance, and they're very high on Trey Lance. So I think this could be the smart pick. I think that would be the smart pick because you get yourself a Patrick Mahomes. I really do think we should get Trey Lance because what's the purpose? Why are you trading up so many picks to get somebody like Mac Jones, which I'm not against Mac Jones. I just don't think you just want to give up so many draft capital. So I think if you want to start Jimmy Garoppolo, then you need to get Trey Lance because at least with Trey Lance, he won't have to play right away. If you get Mac Jones, he's going to start right away. So you might as well just trade Jimmy G. And there's been reports about him being on the trading package. I don't know if that's true or false, but if you want to stick with Jimmy G, you need to draft Trey Lance. Let him learn a year like Patrick Mahomes, yeah. But and then I trade down a pick since I had a trade offer, and we definitely do need to get a cornerback. So I didn't see anybody in mind. I wanted to get Eric Stokes. I wanted to get Eric Stokes from Georgia, but he wasn't available. So I decided to get the kid from Central Florida, Aaron Robinson. I like his skill set, very good. And when it comes down to safety, Jaquaski Tart, he's gonna probably be injured a lot. So I think if you get yourself a capable guy who can step in and replace him, I like to get this kid from USC, Tilla Tafafungo, whatever his name is from USC. He's a baller. He can tackle. I like him. I think he would really replace Jaquaski Tart's spot. And then you get another cornerback, which I really do like, Trill Williams. Like Trill Williams can be your other starter because you're gonna have Jason Verrett's gonna be a free agent, and I heard Trill Williams can play the slot, so he can probably replace Quan Williams' spot. So I think that would be a smart pick. See where I'm going at? After the quarterback, I'm going secondary because you need to solidify that. We got some good edge rushers. And then I see us going for that receiver. I like that receiver from Auburn. I really do like him. He can replace Kendrick Bourne's spot. I like Seth Williams, and that's my favorite sleeper is Seth Williams. So let's get to the next one, and I'll get to the last ones, and I'll tell you why I'm picking them. And the reason why I'm going secondary on these three other picks because it's a weak spot. We need to address that. I really do think we got a good defensive line depth. We got a good linebacker depth. We just need secondary. That's all. So, okay, the next one. After Seth Williams, you look at guys like David Moore, who can be a really good starter at guard for next year, or maybe he can take over that spot. He's very underrated. Yeah, he played at a small college, Grambling State. I do like his upside. He's a mauler. He would fit the system perfectly. And then the linebacker from Oklahoma State, Amens, whatever how you spell his name, you can add some solid depth. Maybe you can find another Dre Greenlaw. So that's why I would want to get him. Yeah, and then Landon Young, he probably would compete for a roster spot as a swing tackle. I don't think there's nothing else. And I know the possibility, I can only dream. So Tyler Vaughn's, I really do like this kid too from UFC. I know a lot of people be hyping St. Brown, but this guy is very underrated. I'd be surprised. I know. I think that's the tricky part. I think Hufunga's value is really higher. I think he has a second round grade. So I really do agree on that part, man. So the mock drafts that I've looked at, I really do. I really do think that some of the picks are very tricky because I think their values are really higher. You know, they're very high. It does seem interesting because if you think about it, I think this would be the right way to draft. If we do it this way, if we do it exactly this way, I think this would be a good choice. See, I don't I highly doubt that Tyler Vaughns will slide. I think he has a third or fourth round grade. I'll check it out, man. But I gotta go on other streams with other people later, so I'll probably go on. I'm supposed to go on a stream with a couple Niner YouTubers for the draft, and then I'm supposed to go with a Seattle fans live stream little like tomorrow maybe because he's inviting me into streams, so I'm getting some people to invite me in, but like they want to see what I feel about the reaction, so I think everything else kind of goes from here. So like Matthew Navarro did say, and there's one thing I do agree with what Matthew Navarro says. I can honestly care less what the reports say. They don't know a thing. That's true. They don't know a damn thing. Like what are they leaking? Is it true that we do love Mac Jones? I wouldn't deny it. Shanahan is pretty much obsessed with this guy. He's kind of like hidden it under the rug. He's probably saying, "Hey, Chris Sims, don't tell anybody nothing. You know we're good buddies. You know you wouldn't be telling people shit. Yeah, will you be recording your reaction at least?" More than likely I will, because I want to see what kind of pick we're gonna get. Who y'all gonna get? I hope it's Trey Lance. I really do hope it's Trey Lance because at least with Trey Lance, you can play Jimmy Garoppolo. You can play Jimmy G for a full year, and it's a good situation. You don't have to rush the kid. But if you're gonna go with Mac Jones, you might as well just trade Jimmy G. Trade him while you can, which I'm hearing reports that we are gonna trade him. I mean, if I were smart and I want to keep Garoppolo, why get rid of somebody who's actually been proven when healthy? And you can get Trey Lance. Trey Lance will give you a better chance to improve your team in general. Yeah, you can probably get a decent amount of views off of it. Yeah, I could. Have you seen my decent views of that Seahawks signing Aldon Smith? I got about 2,000 views off of that shit and 200 damn comments. I mean, nothing positive about it, but still, you get a lot of that reaction. It's priceless. Like, dude, I just talk about an opinion about them signing Aldon Smith, and you see a lot of these Seattle fans flipping out or actually being okay and being classy a little here and there. Yeah, he is. See, that's what I'm saying, CEO. Trey Lance has the highest upside. He's a smart pick because why would you want to draft Mac Jones if you have a quarterback that's already starting? Why ruin the vibe? You got an entire team that's behind Jimmy G. If you draft Mac Jones, you might as well just trade Jimmy G and get something in return. But if you're going to get Trey Lance, at least let Jimmy G be the starter. And then if anything happens, then you play the kid. But I do think highly of the prospect. I think that's what we should do. But anybody who hasn't checked out the other draft, I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. All right, if you guys haven't seen it. Okay, so this is what I think could happen. You want to accumulate more draft capital, but you want to get your talent. You want to build your team right. So this is why I think Trey Lance would be the smart choice. Like if you get yourself a quarterback and you don't have to play him right away, you got to go with Trey Lance on this one. Yeah, I have a feeling the Jets might get Fields. That's possible. Who knows? Jets do some dumb shit. Yeah, you know what? I agree with CEO what he says, man. Like, come on. So the Ravens pretty much gave the Chiefs a gift. Like, hey, you could take our tackle. And I guess the Chiefs said, okay, we'll give you a draft pick. What a dumb move. If anything else, if it wasn't for but yeah, or I don't blame you. I don't blame you if the Falcons are against it. Of course, you guys want to get a quarterback, but hey, there's always Justin Fields, so maybe you guys do get Justin Fields. I think Atlanta would be smart if they do get Justin Fields. Why not get the kid that's from your home state and he can learn under Matt Ryan? He can learn the offense and he can be good. Oh, you're not a fan of you're more of a fan of a Trey Lance, not Justin Fields? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, come on. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, Butters, that Shanahan has a love connection with Mac Jones. That's like in his fantasy. It wouldn't be a doubt. Like I can tell that Shanahan has a poster of Mac Jones winning the national championship, and he's kind of like saying, "That's my guy." You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't want Fields. I guess because of the Ohio State hype, but I can see why you guys want Trey Lance. The upside's unbelievable. Yeah, we're going to be surprised tomorrow. Yeah. So let me ask you something, Enjoy My World. How do you feel about Julio Jones being traded? Do you think it's going to happen, or you guys think it's going to be like there's not going to be no value in return for that trade? Because I've been hearing sources about the Falcons getting phone calls about Julio Jones and what they're going to get. Like, yeah. I think that's the thing with Mac Jones. He would benefit under this Super Bowl contending team. But I'm not like saying that I'm against it. I'm just saying like you got to understand, why would you want to trade up to the number 3 spot to get the guy? You could have waited a couple spots. Maybe if you would have traded with the Detroit Lions, then I'd be cool with it. But yeah, Mac Jones does have the higher ceiling because of the offense, but I don't think his upside is like Trey Lance or any of the other guys. I think his ceiling is based by the offense. You know, like he throws the ball quicker, he reads defense. So it wouldn't be no brainer. I agree with you on that part, because if Shanahan gets Mac Jones, I want to see the reaction of my fan base getting pissed. I mean, I wouldn't be upset about the Mac Jones pick like majority of my fan base, but hey, let's just see what happens if we do get Mac Jones. I want to see how mad the fan base will be. I want to see how pissed the entire fan base is. I know it sounds like a villain, it sounds like a heel mentality, but hey, you don't always get what you want. So accept it. Accept the fact we might get him. Yeah. I wanted to find who Drew Brees moved like. That was what he was said. Yeah. He doesn't like mobile quarterbacks as much because they're not too cautious. They're not too smart on sliding down. Yeah. Honestly, they should have got rid of him and Ryan after the Super Bowl if they were going to part ways. Our organization is so dumb. Atlanta just doesn't know what they're doing. I could agree on that part. So I want to find Drew Brees who can move like who can it be? It has to be Justin Fields. It has to be Trey Lance. I mean, come on. Can Mac Jones move like Lamar Jackson? Hey, come on. That's like saying I want a quarterback who moves like Brady and throws like throws like Mahomes type or whatever. That you're not gonna find that. The Jets are trying to pull a mega trade for Russell Wilson. I don't know. A lot of stuff are going on crazy. I've seen a lot of crazy moves, so there's been talks that we might just trade. There might be some discussions that we might trade Jimmy G. I don't know if that's the case. I'm hearing it that they're making late push to at least try to get something in return for Jimmy G. So if that's the case, then we are going to get Mac Jones. The reason why I think we will get Mac Jones, if this is true, okay? So if we are going to trade Jimmy G and we get something in return, it's going to point towards Mac Jones. But if we don't trade Jimmy G and we get the guy to learn behind him, it's got to be Trey Lance. If the Jets get Russell Wilson, it would blow up here in New York. It would, because then it would kind of take away the pressure off the division. Like we've been putting up with Russell Wilson for so many years. It's a pain in the ass to play this guy every damn year, and he beats us like he owns us, man. That's what really frustrates me as a Niner fan. Watching Russell Wilson playing twice a year, it's not an easy given Sunday when you play against this guy. So that's what I look at it. But it's going to be a surprise, yeah. You know what's going to be more interesting is Atlanta can go different directions. They can either get a cornerback, they can get a tight end, they can get somebody that can learn behind Matt Ryan. All they said was they can't guarantee. I would hate it because I'm a Giants fan. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you because it's a fan base. Like you guys have you guys despise each other, like just like the Niners and Raiders do. So that's kind of like the similar thing. I would hate it too if I was a Giants fan too. If I was a Giants fan and I saw that trade happen from the Jets, that's like putting up with Raider fans, man. Come on, that's kind of common sense right there. But so I know this is just a mock draft. This is just my own opinion. If Shanahan did say we're going to stick with Jimmy G and he's going to be our guy for this moment, then I'm going to go with Trey Lance. And if you want to keep on adding some picks and solidify your, I think secondary is the biggest weakness that people don't talk about. Like, come on, you can have the best pass rush all you want. But if you don't have the secondary, then you're screwed. So you think y'all getting Mac Jones? I wouldn't doubt it because Shanahan admit that he does want Mac Jones. So if you admit if you admit wanting Mac Jones and you said that you were making that trade to get him, but then it's coming into conclusion that you might change your mind a little bit on somebody like Trey Lance, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mac Jones. Because if you're really that high on Mac Jones and nobody else is, and you're just going to move up for somebody like that, it's pretty obvious. I mean, that's just like how Shanahan traded up for C.J. Beathard, man. Nobody wanted that bum. Does anybody want Mac Jones at number 3? Nobody does. Not even at the number 12. Maybe the Patriots. Maybe the Patriots wanted Mac Jones. But I don't see any other team wanting Mac Jones. Maybe the Carolina Panthers before they had Sam Darnold, but that was it. Like, nobody wanted Mac Jones. And then looking at Skip and Shannon's like they were talking about the draft ranks. Mac Jones was ranked the 5th best quarterback, and he was ranked the 40 overall player. So you're gonna trade up for that spot at the number 3 pick to get a guy that you can probably just wait till the 2nd round. I don't know, but at the same time, I think even with Mac Jones, it's not going to be a bad pick because at least you'll be able to get a guy to succeed. At least he'll be able to operate this offense. At least he'll be able to stay healthy, throw the ball quicker, and be able to be smart in his decision making. I think he's got better talent than Tua. If you want to compare the difference, like let me compare you the difference between those guys. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Who? Mac Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now hot they all want me. Like it wouldn't surprise me if Mac Jones does well and suddenly our whole entire fan base kisses his ass. You know what? I'll be all right with this shit. Fuck it. Get Mac Jones. Let the entire fan base get all pissed off. Throw in some anger tantrum and then get over that shit, man. If Mac Jones turns out to be the best pick, don't later just kiss his ass and say, I knew the whole time you were the real deal when you were fucking pissed and throwing tantrum. I don't want to hear that shit. I want you to support the decision. Even if it doesn't pan out, at least we can admit that Shanahan was fucking clueless. But if this turns out to be a good pick, all that doubt on Shanahan not knowing how to evaluate quarterbacks, it would end right there. It seems to me that way, but who do I know? I'm not the front office. I wouldn't know what they want. You know, I wouldn't know what they look for. All I know is Mac Jones has better footwork. He's a quick decision maker. He reads defense quickly. He's surrounded around better talent, so I guess that's the only question mark. So did Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow hasn't he did okay with the Bengals. So I think maybe we can get him to be like a Joe Burrow or better. We'll see. What college Mac Jones played for? Alabama. Alabama. If anybody else has noticed that Mac Jones played at Alabama, they know that he played a part of the best talent in the program. The only argument with Mac Jones is he did elevate Alabama better. Did Tua ever elevate them? I don't think so. Tua never did. If you want to look at stats and you want to look at the way he elevated the talent, did Devontae Smith ever got to be where he's at without Mac Jones? I don't think he ever got to put the numbers like that. Look at the other receivers. Look at the other guys that Tua threw the ball to before they even had Mac Jones being the starter. Mac Jones actually put on better numbers. Mac Jones had the best passing rating. Mac Jones had the best percentage. What is it, 77% percentage completion? That's among the best in college football. Passer rating ranked number 1. Yards that he throws a game, it's ranked number 1. I can see why Shanahan likes this kid, but a lot of people are saying, why would you draft a guy who benefited around the best talent in the country? It's like drafting Jimmy Garoppolo. It's going to be like an epic price list, man. This is what I would think if I'm like that other Niner fan base. I would think why the fuck did we reach up for this bum? This guy played at Alabama. They're bums. They're bums. They're insurance guys. They're car salesmen. They're a bunch of guys who be out of the lead. They're supposed to be smart decision makers. They're game managers. Why did Shanahan pick them? If you pick Mac Jones, I'm done. I want Justin Fields. I want Trey Lance. I want him. I can't understand you, Shanahan. I can't understand you. That's how they would feel. They would say, I can't trust you, Shanahan. You're a dumbass. You picky. Why are you getting these slow process quarterbacks? Why are you getting dinosaur quarterbacks? Why are you getting Kirk Cousins? Why are you getting Matt Ryans? They never won shit. They never did nothing. Give me a Trey Lance. At least we can get a Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. Oh, God. You passed on Deshaun Watson. You passed on Patrick Mahomes. If we keep on drafting bums, we're going to suck like they would say. But in reality, I'm just thinking logic like them personally. But I think personally, it's not going to hurt us. If Mac Jones turns out to be a good pick, you're not going to hear the hate no more. This is just like the Eagles. This is like the Eagles booing on the McNabb pick. This is like the Giants getting pissed about the Daniel Jones pick. Yeah, I want to see that shit happen. Hey, I can imagine the reaction. Breaking flat screen TV, flip it out, and say, fuck you guys. Fuck you, Shanahan. Fuck you, Lynch. You fucking morons. Jed York, the only thing you didn't do a good job on is having Shanahan not to have final say. Hey, they've been complaining about how Jed York has always controlled the team and always been in the way. At least on the bright side, Jed York gave us what we wanted, a guy to run the football operation. So what's next? They're going to say, hey, Jed, take away his power. Take away his power. He's picking terrible. We pick trash bumps every year because of this guy. I don't know, man. I'm just laughing my ass off, but I'm probably going to just look at the reaction of the videos. Anytime I look at the Niners draft picks, you see different reaction. More than likely, I'm probably going to check out JD Hawk Hater TV mostly because he always has a different reaction of his opinion. Sometimes he'll get freaking mad and he'll flip out. It's fucking priceless. I'll probably check out some others, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why does it matter who we freaking pick? Damn. That's like saying, like, oh, if you pick this guy, I'm done. Come on, man. You know what? If you guys don't like the Mac Jones pick, go to the fucking Rams. Go to the damn Browns. Go kiss their ass. Go join the Baker Mayfield Express. Go join the Stafford Express, man. Get the fuck out of here with this. Oh, I'm not gonna support this team anymore. I don't want you to pick a guy with DUI. He got busted twice. What was this? What was this? His freshman year? This was a couple years ago. The guy was 18 years old. I mean, goddamn. They can't even give this guy a break. A lot of fair weather fans, if you ask me, yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of those idiots every now and then. So it's like, dude, I can't even understand. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. If you guys really do think that it's not Mac Jones, you're going to be disappointed. I guarantee you that. If it's Mac Jones, save yourself some energy, please. Save yourself some energy. Take a chill pill. Take a nap. Hey, most of all, go take a hike. Go take a hike and think about the bright side of what Mac Jones can be. How about you put a Mike Jones song back then and didn't want me? Now hot they all want me? Think of that way. Maybe Mac Jones might win you over. Mac Jones to me reminds me of that guy that couldn't even date a hot chick, and then that one hot chick eventually gives him a chance, and then she makes him into something, and then a lot of those hot chicks come after him, and it's like that theory for Mac Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now, hot they all want me. That's gonna be the reaction. Hey. So let me give you guys my answer. Let me ask you this question: if Mac Jones wins us a Super Bowl, are you gonna kiss his foot and say, "I'm sorry that I boo on you and I hated the pick"? Are you gonna kiss his ass and say, "Oh, you're our savior. You gave us a 6 Lombardi. I'm sorry that I got pissed off about it. Shanahan was a genius. Oh, Shanahan, I'm sorry. Oh, Lynch, I'm sorry. Oh, Mac Jones, you're the GOAT." Bullshit. That would be kind of funny. That would be hilarious. Like, come on. So if Mac Jones were to win a Super Bowl, would it be kind of funny if our entire fan base kisses his ass? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Majority of the players have pressure, man. I don't know, man. Ah, man. I'm kind of nervous and excited for the draft, but at the same time, then again, I shouldn't even give a fuck who we pick. Personally, I am okay with the Matt Jones pick. I just don't know if he's worth the number 3 pick, but hey, you know what? To make my day better, fuck it. Pick Mac Jones. I want to see some pissed off Niner fans. I want to see the reaction. I want to see if they're going to go riot at Santa Clara. Try to go riot at Santa Clara. Go put some fire signs of fire Shanahan and Lynch. I want to see that shit. I want to see how loyal you are. If we pick Mac Jones, I want you to see if you. I want you to turn in your fan card. Turn in your gears. Turn in your gears right now. Because if it comes down to that, I don't want to hear it. Oh, we're not going to pick Mac Jones. I highly doubt it. It's stupid. He's an average quarterback. Why are we going to pick him? If that's the case, I'm going to go be a Rams fan. If that's the case, I'll be a Browns fan. I can't stand Shanahan. He's stupid. He doesn't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. Oh, Chris Sims is his buddy. I think he's telling the truth. Oh, my God, man. I like to see some epic rant comedy. So, you know what? Maybe I'll play an act role. Maybe make it sound like I am pissed, but at the same time, I'll probably make it more funny as hell. I can probably make some better views with my reaction of this than them combined. But who am I to say? So what are you doing with Jimmy G? More than likely, he's going to be our quarterback. There's no other option. Why are we going to trade him if we have the best talent? He's the guy that can give us the wins. He's the best quarterback to give us the win right now. Until the quarterback's ready. I wouldn't want to rush the rookie quarterback. I would let him sit on the bench for a while and let him learn the offense, learn the speed of the game, and he should be ready by next year or maybe when halfway through the season he can play. But personally, I just don't think you just play a rookie quarterback right away. If you play a rookie quarterback right away, you're gonna regress a little bit because rookie quarterbacks go through growing pains. They go through learning the speed of the game a little bit. So I think if you keep Jimmy Garoppolo, if you put in like Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback, he can at least win you some games and get you to the playoffs. And then by the time that happens, you can at least play that quarterback for next year. But if Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't stay healthy, then that's the perfect time to play the rookie quarterback. Fist Vegas might throw you in the fire range. If Fist Vegas throws me in the fire range, man, I'm gonna be famous again. I mean, I appreciate Fist Vegas, man. He's one of the best trash talkers I've ever seen on this entire planet. Like, I do like Mac Jones, and I hope that he does pan out. But come on, man, I like me some Trey Lance, man. I like me some Trey Lance. So I think that would be the case. Hey, man, if Fist throws me in the fire range, it's nothing personal. He told me it's nothing personal. It's always been like respect from what he told me. So that's all I gotta say. All right, guys, I'm probably just gonna call it as it is, and I don't know what you guys think of my mock draft, but see, Trey Lance, that's my dream pick. Aaron Robinson, that's a good pick. The guy from UFC, Tuna Humfunga, I like that guy. Trill Williams, that's a good choice. Seth Williams, I just like that kid, Seth Williams from Auburn for some reason. I want Trey Lance. That's the guy. I want Trey Lance. That's the answer. Trey Lance. Nothing else. I mean, I don't mind Mac Jones, but it's not like what's the purpose? You got another Jimmy G if you draft Mac Jones. So it's pretty obvious. But that's how I feel. Jimmy G can be our guy for this year, and then maybe by next year you can trade him. Next year, if you trade Jimmy G, you can maybe get a first round pick in return for his performance. I feel like Williams and Humfungal won't make it past the second round. That's my main fear right there, dude. That's a fear. I think Seth Williams is very underrated, and I think Humfungal would be a beast, man. I could only dream. I can only dream about that shit, man. That's what I don't understand about these mock drafts. They're a little bit off. I think if we were to get Aaron Rodgers, that's Super Bowl contending right there. That's winning a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think it's going to happen. Green Bay is still keeping Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers can give zero fucks about what Green Bay is doing right now because they just drafted his replacement. So, yeah. Yeah, it would be over in our division because Rodgers can make this offense look scarier. And I don't think Tampa Bay can stop us if we had Aaron Rodgers. I don't even think Kansas City can stop us, or Buffalo, or Baltimore. If we get Aaron Rodgers, we're stacked. That's a wrap. I don't give a shit how good you guys are. If that's the case, we did it at the wrong time. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's all I can say, man. Hey, I appreciate every one of you guys, man. I like that how you guys were asking me those questions. I really do think that when it comes down to it, I'll give you guys my favorite. I'll give you my top 5 sleepers that I hope that we might draft. Okay, man. I see what you mean. But you couldn't beat Nick Mullins, man. You could have beat Nick Mullins, bro. How do you lose to a backup quarterback? Even if we had Aaron Rodgers, we probably would do the same shit. No offense, but I think you guys are just. I think for the Giants, they're building a foundation. I think maybe by next year they might be more competitive, but we shall see. I think for the Giants, they just need to get a receiver. A receiver would probably be their biggest need, or they can go cornerback. I think for Giants, they could go tight end, but I don't think Kyle Pitts will be available. So I think if I'm the Giants, I would go for Kyle Pitts. But that's just me. I think if the Giants want to get that deep threat receiver, they should get Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle will give them a speeding element of their offense, and Daniel Jones can be able to throw those deep balls a lot. Yeah, you think the water boy Okariku will be the next quarterback? Hey, dude. So, Adrian, How do you feel about the Broncos getting Teddy Bridgewater? How do you feel about Teddy Bridgewater? Do you think the water boy and Uncle Rico will be our quarterback? Well, no shit, man. Uncle Rico is a better quarterback than the water boy. Yeah, it's pretty much it. That's what it determines for the Giants because Gettleman, man, Gettleman's a moron. Sometimes Gettleman can be a little bit off his decision making on draft. So that's why I can understand why Giants fans are so fed up with Gettleman's shit because sometimes he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I really do think it comes down to who we pick and it determines whether we're good or not. So hey, who's your? I am not happy, Teddy. You're not happy, man. Drew Luck's got to step up then. Drew Luck's got to step up then because they're not happy with him, I guess. Hey, who's your baseball team? I don't really follow baseball personally, but if I do, it's the Giants, the SF Giants, Bay Area team. I go for Bay Area team, except for basketball. I don't follow the Warriors. I don't care for them. I follow the Lakers more than anybody else. Hockey, I go for the Sharks. San Francisco Giants has always been the team because of my grandpa and my family, so it's always been the same ties, you know. For basketball, it's always been the Lakers, so it's never been nothing more than what I expect, you know. If you grew up watching Kobe Bryant and Shaq during those days, then you pretty much would understand what it's like to be. Then you experience a lot of the great players in the past that made this team great. And then watching the likes of Barry Bonds and a lot of the players for the Giants, I was hooked on from the time they went to the World Series against the Angels. You know, when they played against the Angels in the World Series. I didn't really care for baseball at the time, but then when I started watching them play in the World Series, I was kind of like feeling for the Giants, and then it was like, man, dude, I like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is the shit. I was kind of like hooked in for that team from the get-go in 2002. That's when I became more of a baseball fan. But Barry Bonds was like the reason why I became a Giants fan. Yeah, I was joking for you. Oh man, I get your jokes, man. Your sense of humor. Hey, so you think Uncle Rico's better than the Water Boy? Man, that's funny as hell. Man, appreciate every one of you guys, man. Like 4 of you guys watching me, even though it's not that big of a deal to me. But hey, this is my mock draft, and I'll let you guys tell you what you think, you know. But so, okay, so Trey Lance, that's my dream case scenario. I don't think it's going to happen, but who knows? Aaron Robinson, I think he's very underrated. I think he would fit well in our secondary. Telo Hufanga, I think he would be a nice replacement for Jaquiski Tart because he can't stay healthy. Trill Williams, I really do think Trill Williams can actually play the nickel because I heard he played the nickel at Syracuse and he's a big cornerback where he can play the outside. So I like that versatility. Seth Williams, if he is somehow available, I take him. I like his 6'3" range. I like his contested catches. I like his consistency. I like his talent better. I think he would be a hell of a good receiver. And then you go from David Moore from Grambling State, a guard. I think he would fit the scheme. I think he would be able to excel and help us open the running game more. I think he would give Daniel Brunskill some competition there. And then linebacker depth, I think we'll get ourselves another Dre Greenlaw type of linebacker who can step in as a backup and play good if injuries happen. Lennon Johnson would probably have to compete for that roster spot to be the swing tackle. And then Tyler Vaughns, which I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to slide in the 7th round, but I think he's very underrated. Like, people talk about St. Brown, but they don't talk about Tyler Vaughns, bro. This he's a beast. Okay, here are the $1 million questions for you, CG. You think Bond should be in the Hall of Fame? With a lot of the allegations and with a lot of him taking steroids, I would think that's like, I know that it's biased for me to say he should be a Hall of Famer, but if you got caught into that shit, I don't think you deserve it, man. Because what kind of example are you making for the younger generation? You're kind of like telling them it's okay to cheat. It's okay to do shit like that. But as far as me as a Giants fan, I would say he should be in the Hall of Fame because he kind of like set the standard a little bit. But then again, you don't want to be known as a guy who took steroids. You know, that's just my 2 cents about it. But I think for the standard, I don't think he should. Man, I watched the Knicks fans almost kill himself, and why I'm not a Knicks fan. Oh man, must be terrible. But all right, guys, that should be it for me. Hopefully, you guys check out my shit. I appreciate y'all. So have a good one. Maybe I'll see you next week, Adrian, if you're not busy. But let me know, brother. All right, CG Ruthless Sports is out. go Niners.